Good morning, Professor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I actually, unless you're busy with something, I wanted to ask you a question really quickly.
Ask away.
Maybe over there, if that's okay.
Sure.
Mainly I just need to get a worry out of my head. I don't think that it has anything to do with the illusion, but I just wanted to ask to make sure. The only thing that should affect is my vision of color, right?
Yes, that is
my
the only
perception
thing.
of color. Okay. Just wanted to double check. That tells me that what I was expecting is probably correct. But maybe it's just nothing still.
I wouldn't worry, but
I just
what is it?
I was training with my shield that I got in Altoria yesterday. After we were finished. That was the extra training that I had to do. But I had a weird, oddly specific nightmare afterwards. And let's just say I didn't quite realize there were so many different hues of red and blood. But that's...
You did it. You found a way for something that seemed completely harmless to not be.
I'm trying to be proactive about it, so I'm gonna have the headmaster look at my shield and make sure there's nothing weird with it. I'm sure it was nothing.
More than likely, it is because of you experiencing entirely new senses. Colors, after not seeing so many hues, would be shocking. And things that you may have taken for granted or learned to be a specific way. Now that they are different, they may affect you differently. They may be burned into your memory. Blood, when it is first spilt, is bright red, still filled with oxygen, and then over time it darkens to a darkish red, goes through several different hues as it dries. Sometimes colors, brighter that they are, the more eye-catching that they are. Whatever they are associated with can sometimes be something that is very memorable.
That's a good way to put it. Like I said, I don't think that it's attributed to that. I think that was just an added bonus, I guess.
Again, if it's too much, we can remove it.
No, it's okay. This was just something that I didn't account for. And I think it, well, like I said, I'm sure it's nothing. I haven't trained with the shield specifically since Eldoria because I've been, well, scared of it. So...
Safe to say a mixture of things.
Yes, sir.
Very well.
My brother suggested I should ask you, so
Not a terrible idea. I have given you my synopsis, but I would still say go ahead to the headmaster, have him take a look at your equipment, and of course tell him what it is that I'm training you with.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Of course. It's my job after all.
I've been being said.
That being said,
Yes. Professor, this is actually important. You goof. Where are you at?
yes, Linnick, what is
No, I didn't call you a goof, by the way. I called the midair where you used to be.
Sure.
A goof. Very specific. I'm of the opinion that it's time for me to give you my mission in review talk. I've been trying to broach the subject in a more casual fashion, like over a board game, but that's not happening. So sometime later today, perhaps after whatever class they've schemed, I wanted to talk to you about what you'd asked of me to do with Vanguard.
You've taken that to heart, have you?
Well, did you think I'd forgotten?
I wasn't entirely sure if you took it seriously. But I've seen some of
I
your
had to assimilate first.
conversations that you've had and interactions with some of them. And no, I don't think you've forgotten.
Alrighty. But yeah,
But
I
isn't
thought
this...
it'd be good to have a time to sit down and talk about it.
Isn't this something that you should be telling Professor Carver? I am not your professor, after all.
Yep. It wasn't his mission, it was you.
Trying to give him a hand, you see. But not undermine his authority.
Well, I mean, if anything, it's strengthening his authority, but recently he had us start coming to the dorm after he was done with his ceremonies in the mountains every day, and that seemed to have stopped a couple of weeks ago. I think he decided it wasn't worth it anymore. That was the most that he's been interacting with us lately, at least outside of personal basis.
I think he might just be preoccupied. But, very well. No harm, no foul. After the bell, if you're not doing something atrocious, such as making mead, let me know and we can have our conversation.
I'm not an apprentice or a metalworker. I do prefer the parchments. Sure.
Drawing it is.
Yes. Well, you see, charcoal does have a nice scent to it.
Strike. 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 And strike.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Very good. Excellent. Keep practicing. Faster and faster.
I'm back. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go this time. I'll go without saying anything. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Ready? And I'm gonna start from the right side again, my right. I'm gonna go again.
Very well. Okay.
And that's pretty much it. So, overhead, well, not overhead, there's shoulder, shoulder, gut, leg, leg, and then overhead. And when you block
Is
overhead,
there any difference?
you brace the shield like this with your sword
Okay.
behind it.
It may be a bit harder because Cadet Mason has a smaller shield.
It is large. Yes. Well, the
Oh.
sword is large, sorry.
I would leave that up to you as freeform. I always tell the cadets with a larger shield, when they block overhead, to use a crossbar of whatever weapon they're using to reinforce it. Shield's no good if it blocks the blow and then you bop yourself on the fucking head with it. So,
Understood.
if you feel there is a way you can reinforce it with your blade, do so.
Figure something out.
Also, I am proud to see you out here training without being told. It's been noted.
Thank you, sir.
So, do you want to go
Hello, chat. Hi. Chataru. I love you. Mwah. Finished already?
Yeah, it was just a warm-up. I'll do a bit more after assembly today.
I certainly hope so. There is more to learn. Very serious.
True, there is. You know, Vaughn actually did teach me a couple things before this class. He taught me like underswipes and things like that. I don't know if that portrays to anything that we'll do, but
Well,
he said underswiping is very useful.
if you have your weapon, as we have seen before, and you go to block, you obviously can, once you've crossed blades, slide across theirs and turn into an underswipe. But we haven't gotten to that yet. The point is this: as long as you learn the foundation and the building blocks on top of your natural pose and what you've gotten used to, you'll be able to freelance it and build upon it yourself. I'm showing you the rigid styles. You turn those rigid styles and curve them to what suits you best, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Everyone has their own fighting style.
As long as it's built upon the proper principles, you'll be fine.
You usually kind of just swing and hope for the best. This will help.
I suppose that is a style.
Well, then it's ever glad that you're teaching at least the basics, Professor. If you learned what chambering or riposte is, he's going to have a blast.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot tell you, I've seen it in my mind. Having the entirety of the sword users lined up, going from the basics all the way to expert craft, and watching them go from basic blocks to parries, to strikes, to advanced strikes, to ripostes, to chambering, and so on and so forth. I'm genuinely excited.
I have some manner of formal training, though expert level is certainly not me.
Well, practice makes
The basics were
perfect.
taught at a young age, but it's nice to review.
I'm sure it is just a refresher, but refresher's always helpful.
Motion memory and all that.
Absolutely.
Focused.
And limber, bendable, dexterous.
And fixing the mistakes that I've made by picking up bad habits along the way.
It is very possible. Do not go too long without training. You'll accidentally skip corners.
Indeed.
Look at them. Right at it. Did not even have to speak to them. Well, you and Zachary. And that is a pleasure.
Going to begin a bit of different training with magic now, and focus on seeing what the hell they're doing.
A good idea. East Coast Brian, much love, buddy. Yeah, they're training. I didn't even have to say a fucking word. Zachary? Curious. Do you consider yourself more strength-based or dexterity-based?
Strength.
Then why aren't you running with a shield in both arms? I'm sure you were about to grab one. Go on. Build that strength up.
Hey, Professor.
What can I do for you, Misty?
Yesterday you were doing sword training, correct? How are
Yes.
you with large hammer or a lot of blunt weaponry? Do you do a lot of training for that?
I understand their use, both single-hand and dual-handed. I favor a long sword myself. I am not wholly uneducated to it, but I am not an expert. I could probably bring you to an intermediate level, but anything more than that, you'll need a specialized teacher or professor.
I just wanted to know because you were doing weaponry training yesterday, and I thought maybe blunt would be your tactic also, but I understand. Not a lot of students use a lot of blunt weaponry.
The cadets over there,
Mason.
especially Lila and Gavin, using both maces and shields, or warhammers. That I can do.
That was really helpful.
Well, after the bell,
I have
once we
trouble
find out what
swinging
is planned for us, everyone shall return here, and I will help where I can.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course. If I didn't do my job, I wouldn't really be a good professor now, would I?
Very good saying. But yeah, that'd be really helpful. I was gonna ask Liang due to the fact that he uses an axe itself, because he uses the same long weapon, which is normally a problem of swinging and blocking with it, especially being open.
Yes. I've taught him a bit. It's the same as using a sword in terms of call-outs. Right shoulder, right gut, right leg, left leg, except you hold the pole in front of you at an angle, and you're able to, whichever hand is lower on the pole, you direct it to help block those attacks. I'd show you with my other arm, but as you can see, I've been disarmed. A bit harder for me to instruct, but the template's the same. Using the pole to deflect, but keeping it center mass so you do not have to use time to travel to the sides of your body, giving your enemy more of a window to wound you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, of course. But yeah, after the bell and see what happens, then I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. Good. Be proactive.
Of course.
I see cadets that use swords, not training.
I did
I'm
earlier,
teasing.
but I'll
It's all
continue,
right.
sir.
You want to go again?
I was happy to
Sure,
come
I
to the
was,
stadium and see everybody training when I arrived.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Strike.
Zachary and Lila have been kind of running laps since I got here earlier.
He's doing some strength training now, dragging 2 of the plated shields with him, the heavier training ones.
Overhead.
How big did you say those are?
These 2 are practicing their basic strikes and parries. Or blocks, I should say.
Something the kids say.
Okay. One last one, and then we'll switch.
Sounds good. Working with a lot of
Bring it on.
I'm excited once the basic footwork is past, basic weapon strikes and blocks are past, moving on to everything that comes next, and just watching everyone grow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I felt that. Oh, I felt that.
I don't know if you moved really slow or really fucking fast.
Go.
Yes.
Good answer. Keep at it, lad. Oh, don't you stop.
Okay.
Not tired, are you?
Oh, no, Professor, just readjusting my shields. That's all.
Good lad.
Here we go. Right back to it. 3, 2, 1. Strike. Strike.
Good at either. I've not seen you in some time. How are you?
Strike.
I'm good, sir. How about yourself?
Strike.
As good as I can be.
Strike.
Happy to see the cadets taking their training to heart and doing so without even being told. I'm in a pleasant mood for once. At ease.
You good?
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
It's gotten cold out. I should get a heavier jacket before I freeze.
Strike. Strike.
But they're not issued to us.
Strike. All right.
No winter gear is, sir.
Wish it was.
So as they expect us all to keep working hard enough that we don't ever get
Thanks.
called, right?
Good defense.
It's a good way to put it, I suppose.
It was.
Guess
It
I'll
was
just
pretty quickly though.
knit myself a fucking scarf.
Morning.
That's what many of us have done.
Middle of one of the walkways.
Yeah,
Smart.
I don't have any extras.
Say again?
Sir, otherwise I'd offer you one.
It's to be
Did
expected.
anyone else notice there's a
Thank you,
giant
Cadet.
tree in the middle of the walkway towards the...
It's just the headmaster playing his tricks.
Okay. Me and Flora was extremely confused as to why there was a tree just in the middle of the road.
What's a proper shape?
It's just a tree. It's not gonna harm you. I think. Probably. Maybe.
Unless it falls.
Well, don't try to make it full.
I don't. You never cross swords unless
Don't
you
play
intend
on
to
it.
do so. Does that make sense?
Oh, fair. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess.
But I mean, you could also just kind of
Gonna put more force
knuckle up
into
on
it,
shields.
Some
I
shields.
guess. Yeah, on shields.
Yeah, that works.
That'll work.
Good job. Thank you for helping me.
Shield bump.
Anytime. Let me know and I'll always be down to help.
That being said, Gavin, are you okay from this?
Just sore. But night's sleep got rid of it.
He's fine.
Man's bold, stopping a warhammer with a wind shield the size of a small glass bulb.
He's brave. Definitely.
Brave indeed.
overwhelming.
Well, due to the fact that I have to make 2 bags for
Alright.
for Esmo, I wanted to really get it finished.
Good morning, Albrecht.
Ah, Headmaster, good morning. How are you?
I figured as you're the only other teacher that seems to be employed today, I figured I'd give you a heads up on today's class.
Sure.
I believe I finally prepared the training grounds as before, but on such short notice, preparing all the Spriggans might not happen. So I figured I'll give the students an option between the giantkin or the plant creatures, and do a review lesson and perhaps surprise them with a pop quiz question or two.
Not a bad idea. The cadets
I
came
also
there
have to announce the note.
their own volition
What
and
was that?
started training in the stadium for everything they've been shown so far. I haven't had to say a
Does
bloody word.
Seems to be a good idea. Well, it seems we're doing something right. Or at least someone's doing something right.
That would be you, Headmaster.
Oh, don't even give me that credit.
I'm serious, we follow your lead.
Yes, but you're the one that's been doing extracurricular with some of these students regarding sword training and the such. With Silver yesterday during the interview with that orc, which I haven't heard from since, thankfully. She informed me that you were in here training with some students so that we didn't interrupt your lesson. We postponed ringing the bell for the brew tasting until it was over.
I apologize.
Which I will have to announce the winner for.
I was just giving them...
No, it's fine. You're doing your job.
Very well.
Probably one of the few that deserve the pay.
I'll take the pay and the chocolate coins. I don't know why he would complain about that.
I still don't know where those are coming from.
By the way, Headmaster, one of the cadets told
Yeah.
me that there is a surprise tree that has decided to pop out of the ground in the middle
yes,
of the road by
I've
the
been
tree
aware. That's why
greenhouse.
I was considering actually teaching about creatures of the Fae and boggles and how they prank things, but that would be a good opportunity to explain that, but that'll be in the future. I'll remove it by tomorrow. I'll plant the pesky asshole somewhere else.
Very well.
I don't even know students go over there anyway half the time, so it's fine for now.
Thank you for your hard work, sir.
All right, let's see. Yes, I will do my best. Let's see who shows up for the bell. And I swear, if they claim voter fraud, I'm done with this line.
Well, Headmaster,
You know damn well they will.
I did
100%.
I did hear from Cadet Lila that she believes that some dead cadets were voting.
There's a possibility, but there's also a possibility some of them... well, there's also a possibility I counted the same vote multiple times because I wanted a certain need to win.
Say no more.
There's also a possibility that the box was stuffed. Did you know 82 students voted, but we only have 32?
I feel somewhat responsible since the box was in front of me. I was still in shock over
It's
our
fine.
guest.
I understand. For all we know, it was him, and that's why he left so abruptly.
I will make sure they all make it to the bell.
I'm sure you will.
And I believe he said he was waiting.
You do not get enough credit, Headmaster.
I promise. I promise. Shocking. It's more likely than you think. Zachary,
Yes?
out of curiosity, have you had any opportunities to work in Miami?
Well, here's the thing, Stark. I was told that people that...
At some point, Mason, I'd like to sit down with you and learn about your abilities.
So you're saying you haven't then?
Yes, sir.
No, I never said that. But what I'm saying is, for whatever reason, if you don't like how long it's taking me, Stark, you could ask other people.
No, I'm simply
Fine
asking to see if you had
craftsmanship.
the chance.
Okay, you can't just get everything you want in a matter of seconds, Stark. Okay, these things take time.
Well, seconds,
Patience,
yes, but it has
love,
been
and
almost
care.
a month
You
and
can
a half.
if you have a good apprentice.
Okay, goodbye.
I'm kidding.
Which he does, Professor.
He does.
Okay?
He does.
He
You have a
does.
good-
Yeah.
You have a good work ethic. At least when you put your mind to it. Nobody told me I was standing like a freak. Doot, doot, doot.
Right, you know, having a good time. And yes, there are.
Now my knee hurts. What's wrong with you?
Hold on, I gotta spring him.
About him working on it.
I had a letter for Melanie, but that'll have to wait.
And he told me
I'll see her awake
I
today
fell off
either.
the staging. I can't get a different episode.
Well, I mean, I can make it.
No,
You're allowed to
I
go to
trust.
our equipment.
I trust Patrick. Patrick can do it.
Take his armor. Throw him here.
This is everyone.
I believe so, Headmaster.
Where's Anna?
Hannah was on her way. I don't know where she went. Oh, she's
There
here.
was, I was gonna give them a choice today on something, but see, considering who's here, it might be best to just choose myself then. Just in a nick of time, it looks like. Good morning, students. Before we get to a review class today, I'm going to go over the winning votes for the mead, and we're going to let the victor come up and give a bit of a speech if they'd like. With a whopping 1 vote, Zachary did not win. The next runner-up was none, as in none of them, with a vote of about 5 or so. With 3 votes was the apples and oranges. 5 votes for the strawberry, which leaves us with the winner with 8 votes, which is the majority, which would be apple pie. Congratulations, apprentices of Lila and crew. Would any of you like to come up and perhaps maybe even decide a name or think of a name for Ascension's official mead, the apple pie mead?
Hold on. We have to consult.
All right, well, while they figure that out, I'm going to let you know that today I was going to give you a bit of a choice between giant kin review and plant creatures, but based on the fact that none of our giants showed up, it might be best to go over plant creatures today. There might be a bit of a pop quiz on another subject, but that'll be a bit of a surprise. We'll see what can be done with that. They're still deliberating, but can I see a show of hands just so I'm aware of interest? Who here would be interested in a giant kin review today? All right, so we got about
I want to throw out there
5 or so.
there were 5
And
votes for
plant
none.
creatures.
That's how many professors there are.
If we were
Just
to go
saying.
over that. All right, looks like that would have won anyway. So, a bunch of voting going on lately. But, so we'll be reviewing plant creatures. And as just same as before, do not open the book until I say so. We will be asking questions before the book is open to see who has been studying. Merits can be given out for this as well. And we'll have a bit of a guest speaker today as well. I've already asked their permission and they are fine with it, as they are quite more privy to the subject than even I. Are you two ready? All right, please step forward if you've prepared.
We're missing one of our team members, which is Specca, who again came up with the flavor ingredients. But overall, I think we were deciding on calling it Nightmares for Christmas, because it's holiday-themed mead. We are each individually supernatural nightmares. But it's like, how do you explain? Marketing words and things that I don't know about. Yeah. Thanks for picking the best mead. We appreciate it very much.
Yes.
We worked very hard.
For distributing needs, you can just come and talk to me and Lila.
Our distribution company is called Golden Hour.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay. Bye.
Thank you very much.
All meads are actually available down by the docks. They are currently there while the stock remains. And during dinner time, there's a table just like before that will always have the meads available for now until those stocks dwindle. Of course, the students, if they would like to keep stocking it, will have to keep making it. Please don't, Zachary. But anyway, please, everyone, head to the classroom, as always, on the right side. In Garden Art and Veil Wing. Make sure to grab a plant book, but not too many. The plant creatures, that is.
For the safety of the school.
And Hannah, can I speak with you for a moment before you run the class? Down into the war room.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Hannah's in trouble. Come on, quickly now.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and get yourselves situated before the headmaster arrives. Grab a book if you haven't.
What are you doing, Zephyr?
Oh my god. I know how I feel. Everything.
I was trying to get revenge. Just don't get stuck in Linux Starry Door.
Are you? Did they say the plant creatures was the thing that was gonna get reviewed, or something else?
Yeah, no.
It would be plant creatures, Linux.
Well, which one is the one we're not supposed to read?
God, Linux, you tried fucking listening.
Well, he said there was gonna be something else.
Maybe if you tried listening, you'd know what we're doing.
I did listen. That's why I have the
Clearly not.
Was going
That's
to
why
go
you had
over
to-
Giantkin, but because they're not present, we'll save it for another day.
Yes, I was going to
Giant-
give them a choice.
Giantkin is actually the one that I reviewed today. I'm gonna.
10 book
was going to
push-ups,
give
Linux.
both as an
Go.
option.
What? How do I?
Oh my god, you killed him.
And I'll kill you too. Pay attention in class.
Oh.
Pay attention or I'll stab you.
All right, everyone. Let's begin. It seems everyone has arrived. All right. Can anyone explain to me which plant it is that can be used as an alarm system?
I know that one. I know what it is, but I forgot the name of it.
Fucking you, apparently.
I actually believe Linux put his hand up first. Though he did put himself in a position where he's going to be the hardest to see.
It's the Shrieker.
The Shrieker, yes. Now, Linux, could you tell us more about the Shrieker? And feel free to come up to the front and use the carpet if you'd like. Some people on the other side of the room can't exactly hear you that far away.
Yeah,
I know a bit about it. Okay, shh.
I think I only remember 2 or 3 details about it.
It's it has no actual combat ability, but it does sound an alarm for things such as I don't remember if it makes the noise to alert when it is being attacked, and I think it acts as an alarm system for twig blights or spriggans. I can't remember which one.
It actually acts as an alarm system for another type of fungus called a violet fungus. It's the one that consumes and attacks. The Shrieker warns it of its location. But it can be used as an alarm system and shrieks at a high frequency, as some of you are aware of. I believe Rook helped demonstrate that last year with his very sturdy eardrums.
Nicely done.
What?
We also had to use them at the hot springs to prevent stuff. Now, those, when found in nature and not just grown for the sake of an alarm system, do have friends that grow nearby that consume and attack enemies. We'll go into more details about those one day, but they will harm and eat the prey, and the prey will then help fertilize and be consumed by both the Shrieker and the violet fungus. Now, can anyone tell me what they are immune against? All right. Well, it seems no one has a guess. And that's yes, Nerali.
Is it poison? Like attacks?
That is correct. They are immune to poison. Very, very good job. And
Nicely
let's
done.
finish off with their weakness. Does anyone happen to know what they're very weak against? And a best way of defeating them? Gavin?
Fire?
Yes, fire. Now, is there a certain method that might be best to employ said fire?
I believe since it is involving triggers and the thing probably from range.
Yes, range is the correct answer. As obviously, if you are in too close proximity, it's already alerted with the clap of its fungus all nearby enemies. All right, now would anyone
Somebody
like to
just
tell me
resigned
what a
from the
Kelpie
county
is?
council. Oh my god.
Let's give Crystal Thorn a chance. Stark.
It's a creature that's usually in the water, I believe. Plant creature that can lure people using an object of their obsession. It's usually tails on men.
Yes. Can you think of any other notable things that it does, other than just prey on men?
Oh yeah, AA's been really boring without the... We haven't done anything since the Golthias tree, if you guys don't realize
let's
that.
let Hannah try to finish some of that off.
It's been 2 months.
Would you like to add anything, Hannah?
Let that settle in for a second. We've had 2 months of free days. Minus the lesson that I had pushed on defensive formations and the Spirit Week lesson.
Yes.
2 months.
A woman screaming in distress, for example, would be one of the many sounds, and it can use the individual's own thoughts and
as you can see, I'm the only
even
professor
make it look
here.
like someone that they are attracted
So
to
I'm hoping
themselves,
with
so they might think someone they
impromptu
care about is
training
drowning.
that will lure
Yeah,
people back.
Works for wear.
That's my hope.
Mainly sailors and other such people that live near rivers and oceans fall more prey to this than others, but it does target pretty much just men. So that means that men, if you're ever captured or under the influence of one of these, the only people that can save you are the women in here, so please be nice to them. Now, can anyone tell me what they're weak against? Is no hands? No one can tell me what a Kelpie might be weak against. All right, let's go with Lila because we already called on Star.
Fire.
Unfortunately, they are actually extremely resistant to fire because they are in the water. All right, let's go with. I saw Gavin again, and then we'll go with Hannah if she'd like to add more.
My thought would be slashing weapons.
That is one of the things they are weak against, as they are basically a creature that looks like a horse that is very consistent with kelp, as it is called a kelpie after all.
Also,
Any more?
if not slashing them, because it usually resides in water, my thing would be cold or ice, possibly.
It will work on them, but it is not something they're particularly more weak to than any other element. Hannah, would you like to add to the weaknesses?
I believe acid.
Yes, acid is the other thing they're very weak against. It would melt away a plant.
The point of me telling you
fibers and
that,
everything
by the
quite
way,
quickly, and it helps
is
spread
not
in
to
the water
rag on
around them, so
AA.
they would
I'm
melt
here
their
for a
entire
reason.
body, not just the targeted area.
I'm here
They
because
use
I
chips.
love
Do
the
you have anything else
characters.
you'd like to add?
I tell you that so
Perhaps
you
their
know why
immunities.
what's going on. I've always tried to be honest and
Yes, you may
straightforward.
use the restroom. All right. Can anyone tell me what they're immune against? And then we'll move on to the next one.
It'll get better over time. For now, I'm just gonna focus on trying to keep people here and lure people back.
All right, let's go with Flora. We haven't heard from her yet.
Water and fire. Maybe stabbing.
They're actually not immune to any of those things. Those things will harm it. If you do get it out of water, it would not be immune to the fire and such. And fire at a certain temperature can do damage to it if needed, but it is very resistant, as I said earlier. Anyone else like to give it a try? Star.
I may be misremembering, but are they immune to charming magics?
They are actually indeed quite immune to, or they're immune to psychic abilities. Whether charming is considered psychic or not is based on how the user invokes the charm. Whether it be a psychic charm or if they're using it using an affinity of such, or a spell, or hypnotism, etc. Different abilities will not constitute as psychic.
I believe Cadet Arbor.
There's one
had
other
her
thing
hand
they're
up as
immune
well.
to. Arbor, would you like to guess the other immunity before we move on? All right. The other immunity is also poison. Please note that a lot of plant creatures do create and secrete their own poisons. For example, a kelpie secretes a paralytic, to my knowledge, to an extent, to help drown the victims, not just surround them with their kelp. But they do grapple as well. Here's one everyone's probably familiar with. I'm sure we'll get a lot of hands for. Can anyone explain to me what a twig blight is?
Thank you, chat, but it's not all me.
Yes,
There
Link, your
are
hand went up
amazing RPers in this room.
If a twig blade is a.
I am just a support character. This is not my story.
A twig
Yes.
is a creature that has been controlled by the Gultheus tree and needs to be broken into 3 pieces to fully die.
As Linux said, they are a creature that is controlled by a Gultheus tree, and it requires to be split into 3 pieces to die, or else they'll heal back up or grow back together. Now, there is a bit of a difference, however. Twig blight that roam in packs are usually controlled by a Gultheastry. Last year, when we fought some in the stadium as practice, those ones were captured. They were independent of a Gultheastry. Twig blight, most likely, had existed out there and came from the first Gultheastry, but once the first Gultheastry died, the twig blight actually continued to exist. So it is possible that out on your journeys, even though we have defeated the Gultheastry, an individual one every so often. I do not know if that is the same case for all the other blights that we've met, but we can at least assume that for the twig blight. Now, I won't talk too much more about the twig blight, as we all know they're weak against fire. You cut them into 3 pieces. They have razor-sharp claws that will try to drink the blood out of the wounds. They are usually much stronger in packs, as they will overwhelm the victim.
If you feel tired, stand up.
Now, we will talk about one more plant creature before we move on to the guest speaker for the last thing. Can anyone tell me more about a Spriggan? Linux, we did just call on you, but if no one else raises their hand. Yes, let's give Arbor a chance here. Feel free to come forward if you'd like. You are on the opposite side of the room, after all. For those that weren't able to hear, as Arbor is mentioning, they are basically blind. They use echolocation similar to a bat, and other senses are extremely enhanced for them to be able to detect things nearby. Last year, for some of you who are still here, we had a lesson where we had the students sneak past them. The better at sneaking or getting past them they were able to test the range and the abilities of not only their nimbleness, but also see how a Spriggan will protect something. Now, can anyone tell me why a Spriggan is protecting something at all, usually? Yes, Flora?
Dryad?
Well, that is a possible answer, but there's a bit more to it. Hannah, would you like to add to that?
They're usually summons or bound under contract, and they're usually bound to protect something.
Yes. As Hannah said, they are usually summoned or bound to a contract of sorts to protect a valuable or a treasure, usually by the summoner themselves. There's even a possibility that the summoner is now ceased. It is similar to the alarm spell, but extremely large distance. If someone were to disturb a treasure, let's say at this school we were to have a Spriggan guarding something, even in the grove, if someone were to disturb that, I would be aware of it in this very moment, and I would have to leave and go and see what exactly is disturbing the Spriggan. That is how I was able to know that last year a certain bunch of students roamed into a place that they were not allowed, because certain individuals, such as Carver, destroyed the Spriggans that were present, that I had summoned there. Alright. Combat-wise, they have razor claws, etc., similar to Twig Blight, as Arbor did say. But we're now going to move on to the last plant type, or plant creature type in the book. Flora, would you like to step forward and share what you know about Plantkin from your own experience instead of just what's in the book?
Most what in book? Correct? In light of who is speaking from flesh skin view. Plant skin carnivorous plant. Most live in a star Ian jungle. In tribe function, their know many tribe left, but all different culture. Some live in a canopy, and some in cave, like Flora. We Fleshkin think incapable human speech, but wrong. Plantskin have a stomach larger than human, similar to pitcher plant, and is capable of digest even calcium heavy bone, is why swallow whole. No need to normally. When eat, leaves take pigment of color blood. Eat. Normally red. We live normally with bioluminescent spore or flower. Do fear fire. Weakness is fire slashing and cold. Also produce venom in mouth. Paralytic. Is enough? Or
Yes, Flora, that's certainly enough. Thank you very much. And for everyone that is unaware, you're now allowed to open the books and like to review it if you would like to personally read and review everything. Now, Flora, if you don't mind me asking you a question so that the Academy can be more aware. In the future, if we were to ever need to be in any of the jungles near these locations, would the Academy need to basically treat these as friendly, or is there a risk of any of them needing to be enemies? If you don't mind me asking.
If around Flora, maybe can convince, but then we'll see you enemy. Plant skin, flesh skin, no get along. Mostly.
Understood. Now, do keep in mind, students, that there is a reason at this academy we are teaching you of ways of taking out enemies without taking their life. And I'm sure puffins work just the same on them as they do anyone else. So do keep that in mind. We will have more specific classes on better ways of restraining targets, ropes, handcuffs, etc. Now I'm going to ask today's pop quiz question. It has nothing to do with plants. This will be for a bonus merit for that squad.
I want to answer it. I want to answer it.
All right. Leanda, what is the answer?
Yes.
Incorrect.
You have to give me the question.
No, I don't. I didn't ask that there was a question yet, but you wanted to answer it. All right. Well, the question is, where in the world is the only place that currently has the knowledge to develop a keystone?
Ascension Academy.
Incorrect already. So, Static was the first hand I saw go up. Did I? I said Stark. I thought I said Stark.
It sounded like you said static. Sorry, Headmaster.
All right.
Love that cartoon.
Asperia, Headmaster.
That is correct. Maybe Stark and sidekick of Lila got in my head, and it's Starkick or whatever. Anyway, thank you, Stark, for the answer. It is Asperia. If you did not hear them, they are the only location in the world that has the capabilities of manufacturing rune crafting of that might or scopy. Yes, Leanda, you have a question. You're in general squad. You don't get merits.
But I had a merit.
Ouch.
I was ready to answer too.
And I used all my spawns.
Why would you? Okay, Leanda, what have you told me in this entire class that was an answer to any of the questions we asked? All right, if you'd like to come up and read the entire entry of Kelpie.
Actually do it.
Well, actually, maybe I could have her read everything regarding plant skin. All right, can you read everything about Kelpie, and you might earn a merit. Everyone else, you can be dismissed.
No, no one go anywhere.
Well, goodbye.
You heard the headmaster, cadets.
Everyone else, you can put your books away.
Professor, I think you dropped some of your personal literature.
Well, my personal literature doesn't leave my office, Lunik. Oh, this is the book I saw you with the other day, that whole lusty earring Drakian maid. That's very strange, Lunik. I'm really not interested. The size difference thing is very strange and cringy. Thank you very much.
Size difference? Okay.
Excuse me, Professor, there's a grammatical error within this book.
Yes, Leanda.
Hi, Headmaster. This second paragraph on page 7 does not make sense.
Do you think this is improving the odds of you getting a merit?
No, I don't, but I think I'm in a military academy where at least you're grammatical. God.
I didn't write this book.
Is a loose term.
Oh, you need to. It doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense? It
Can I
seduces
have my
men and
merit,
drowns
please?
their ass.
No, it says there exist many sailors. That doesn't make sense. There exist many.
There exist many sailors. There exist many sailors.
Doesn't make
How is it-
sense.
There
I have something to show you. You stay there.
I'm sorry to tell you that absolutely is correct.
I don't care about the merit.
That's fine.
God.
Give her a gold star, but
We don't have a column for General Squad, as I said.
Well, a suggestion.
The only squad that did not earn a merit today would be Ignis, and Crystal Thorn got 2 for the bonus question.
Perhaps
I guess
tomorrow.
Chips fell in the toilet. We might have to check on him.
He was upstairs at some point.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I don't know where he went. I was going to say, however,
fine.
maybe a little, very poorly handwritten addition to the billboard that's General Squad, and give the "You tried" to General and the merit
I might
to
have
Vanguard.
to do that, yeah. I believe she does have a merit that she's earned in the past that will be added to whichever squad she gets placed in, which is what she was referring to originally. But if anything, I almost had her come up and read the entire book from beginning to end, because she seemed to be laughing quite a lot at Flora's speech, which is quite ignorant.
Well, she has.
Not sure if you've caught that.
She has been not the best behaved.
Ever since, yes, not that she was before, but that could have been excused by trying to have some fun before her final moments, but now it's more so. Either old behaviors die hard, or she now thinks she can get, because she's so invulnerable to so many things, she can be invulnerable to punishment as well. Well, unfortunately, I know that if the vampires do ever come for her, she will be getting punishment nothing this academy's ever seen.
Headmaster, I have an idea for those stones that you mentioned.
Alright.
We take a bunch of them. We make them lightning stones. Then, we put a bunch of energy into them, stuff them in a bag, and throw them at the darkness.
Are you referring to the keystones?
Yeah.
Linux, do you have... What are the...
And my patience get thinner.
I didn't know you were a doctor.
Well done, Flora. Good to see you coming out of your shell.
Were you trying to spook me?
If you have nothing to do, cadets, I'll be spending my day at the stadium.
Yes, sir.
Awesome!
Yes.
That is where I'll be going because I have some...
I actually wanted to see if I could do some spear training.
Very well.
Unusually very...
This is a bad thing.
He was talking about the weaknesses of
Get out of the doorway.
puppies.
If anyone's looking for me, I'll be at the stadium.
Psychic charm? What is psychic charm? Yes, there would be there a psychic charm? Yeah. Oh,
Hello, Mel. Hello. Oh my goodness, ADC. You're in my friends list here. Important people I don't want to miss. Greetings. How are you, Cadet Neroli?
good, sir.
Good. I'm glad. Well then, since there's people learning different weapons, I'm going to have to take time with each of you, one at a time, show you the basics, and then allow you to practice on your own a little bit. I'll be going back and forth between different groups. Alright?
Sounds good.
Excellent. Very good indeed. Seems we have company. I said I'd do it every day. Here I am.
Do you want other people to participate?
Absolutely. In fact,
Okay.
I think that you should train with your one-handed weapons with Cadet Hannah if she's up to it. The movements are the same, even though they would be using a mace.
Sorry, I got excited.
I said the movements will be the same, even though you're using a mace.
Zach should try too. He's got a sword too.
Agreed. Take him with you. Zachary.
Oh, fuck
fucking Jesus!
I was
Why can't you
close.
Swing the thing.
I was clocked it.
What's wrong with you?
Well done. Also, Zachary,
I put it down.
Dog.
I put it down.
make sure you go
That's
with
my squad.
I'm gonna hit you really hard.
Zachary.
Oh shit!
Don't hit him with the warhammer, please. That can actually break bones. Zachary, instead of making a fool of yourself, you're joining Cadet Hannah and Cadet Lila. Get to it.
Alright.
Take turns going back and forth. The movements are the same, even though she is using a mace. Go ahead and take that side of the line over there so I may instruct the others in the center.
Dope.
Time to train.
Which bell did you mean, by the way?
Another one.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Linnick. Cadet Flora. Use a spear, yes? Come here. Cadet Stark, will you be participating in training? Do not have to.
Yes, sir.
All the sword users and one of the mace users is over there. They'll need a fourth. The movements are the same against the mace.
Very well.
Good.
You got another one coming, Hannah.
Cadets.
Grab.
Yes, grab spear. Quickly now. Go ahead and get on the other side of the white line.
Yes, sir.
Good. Over there, you... of the center. The other side of the center of the white line.
You didn't present most kind of two. That's
The other side, so my brain went this way.
You kind of did. You did say the opposite side.
I'm going to squish her.
Logically speaking, I was correct.
I could do it for you if you would like me to. I have a hammer.
White line, other side of. Same as always.
Okay. Yes, sir. Hi, Flora.
Alright. Not that I can actually use the bloody thing. It's merely for physical representation. Intasalak. I want to show you the hand movements on a spear. If you would hand me yours. Just because it's manifested, I still can't use it. Physical representation, however. When you are using a spear, left hand, your forward hand, is going to be on the handle towards the top. Usually there is no specification. Then you will mirror this the other way. It's absolutely the same, but you will mirror it. Alright? Matter of fact, go grab another spear, so I don't have to have you mime it. We'll keep this simple. I have the distinct feeling I'm going to hit something. There we are. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Please. No hit. No hit in this ball, please.
No hit on purpose, anyway. Right, so. Dominant foot back to the right to brace. Left foot forward. Weapon braced as such. Now, with a spear, your best attack is going to be a thrust. It will always be a thrust. Especially if the spear tip is narrow. These are rather wide, elven by design, but they will still work. Alright? So, basic attacks. They're very similar to the other ones, except they will be much shorter in terms of attack. So if I was to tell you to do a thrust, your arms bend, your body goes down slightly, and you thrust in with your hands. Forward, a thrust, and then you reset. I see a lot of people hold their spears down like this. Don't. Always angled at your enemy. You should always aim it between their eyes. Always aim it between their eyes. The same principles as swordsmanship. Keep your eyes on your enemy. My God, Nerali, what is wrong with your waist? Alright, that's better.
I'm okay.
You were thrusting forward, and that's not what I meant.
I'm okay. If it happens, just ignore it, please. Just ignore it.
I will ignore that.
Just know that I look like this.
Yes.
The Blackguard do have mounted knights, do they not? In that case, you just want to aid in well.
That's very rare.
Well, I mean, it happened.
These are spears, not pikes.
They're mostly used for kidnapping.
These are short spears, no less.
Execution of an enemy.
You'd be brave to go against cavalry with a short spear.
Well, you know, some people are a bit braver than others.
Oh. I'm glad you're here to protect me, Lennox. Alright. So, again, short thrust, kicking your right foot back forward, and thrusting, extending your arms straight at your opponent. Resetting, weapon at an angle. Thrust. Reset. Thrust. Reset. Make sure that your legs do not continuously get farther away. Maintain your stance. Right foot back, unless you are left-handed, as you said. You will just be mirroring these moves. And once more, because there is no way you can fuck this up, a thrust. Extending all the way forward, leaning on your front leg. And then recover. Now, there are horizontal slashes when you're using a spear, especially if the tip is broad. In which case, you will take a step forward with your opposite foot, bringing your spear to your other side, and coming back forward and slashing down. Do not go all the way to the ground. Never all the way to the ground. You stop at the center of your opponent. If you go all the way down, it is too much time, and if they attack you from the direction you just came from, you will be struck. Again, when you go to swing, bring it up over your left side. Oh, that headache. That fucking headache. Reset.
Holy shit, I felt that.
Yeah. Reset. Again. Step forward, up to the shoulder, step forward, down in front. Reset. Ugh! My waist was excited. Pay it no mind.
Oh, are we all catching thrustiitis?
Yes. It's one of the scary things about using a spear.
Well, I mean, it does happen.
Again.
That's why I love using it, sir.
My raw energy.
Up to your side, bring down, forward. Good. Never go all the way down, because again, you'll be exposing yourself. If you go all the way down, this whole other side of your body is now open to be struck. Now, if you're ambidextrous, you can switch your hand to hold it the way that Nerali holds it, and make striking from the other side easier. But that's only if you're ambidextrous. I would not try that if you are not. Again, bring up to your shoulder, step forward, slash down, weapon is reset. The whole point of a spear is your greatest defense is going to be your mobility and the distance between you and your opponent. Thrusts are meant to keep your opponent back, but also to hit them in weak points in their armor. If you get a good thrust off on your opponent, you could even puncture leather. Or, if you're smart and aim for the chinks in their armor, you can get between mail and even heavy cloth. Not much luck against plate, though, especially if you hit it head on. But that's the same for most weapons, unless it's a mace like some of the other cadets are using. Right. Nerali. Flora. Come close enough to the line where your spears just touch each other.
What were you thinking, pervert?
I don't know, but...
Hold them properly the way that you should. Stance that you should be in. The purpose of keeping your weapon at an angle rather than straight is because if you're against another poled weapon, you'll be able to smack the shaft to the side with your own. So go ahead and slowly thrust, Neroli. Thrust your weapon forward. Flora, when a weapon comes out like that, you continue the X to where it is, and you push it to the side. Your weapons would be X'd, crossed, pushed to the side against another polearm. You're always looking to make an opportunity to follow up with another thrust. Most of the time you'll find yourself sparring, looking for a hole, pushing the other polearm out of the way until a decisive strike can be made at your enemy. The same thing goes if they come with a horizontal. You'll be using your polearm, utilizing the pole to the left and to the right, very similar to swordsmanship, to keep yourself from being struck. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, the problem is, short spears, and most spears, do not have anything like a hilt. That is not something that they have, so it is entirely possible for an enemy blade to trail along the pole and cut your hand. So you want to break contact. You never want to cross blades and hold it. You want to smack it away and look for your opening and thrust. Does that make sense? So again, reset. Closer. Neroli thrust. Flora batted to the side. Muscle memory slowly. We're not going to do it all at once. Again, reset. Thrust. Parry. Good. Again. Does not always have to be the same direction either. You choose where the weapon goes. Thrust.
Yes, sir.
Parry. Remember to keep your hands on your weapon spaced out. Do not be afraid. And keep the point of your weapon aimed between their eyes. Thrust. Parry. Now you see, after you get parried this time, I want you to freeze in place. Go ahead and thrust. Parry. Freeze. Now, this spear user that has attempted a thrust, you can now see that they're off kilter. They have extended themselves in an attempt to get a thrust on you, and you have parried the blade. This leaves you open for a thrust directly back at them, or a horizontal swing. Make sense? Keep practicing thrusts and parries. A couple more from you, Neroli, and then we switch. Take your time, bat it to either side that you wish. Whichever is your dominant is the one you'll usually stick with, but it's not the one that you will always use. You do not want to be predictable. And thrust. Parry. Reset. Thrust. Parry. Good. Reset. Thrust. Parry. Good. Reset. Reversing rolls. Cadet Flora, you will be thrusting. Neroli, you will be blocking. Understood? Or parrying, I should say.
Yes, sir.
Ready? Proper stance. Make sure you aim the blade between your opponent's eyes. And thrust. Parry. Good. Reset. Thrust. Parry. Do not be afraid. Follow through with the movement. The spear will do the rest. Closer together. You're wandering apart. Do not be afraid. There you are. Good. Thrust. Parry. Good. Reset. Faster. Thrust. Parry. Good. Once more. Thrust. Parry. Excellent. Now. God, I wish this thing was a useful bloody hand. Now. You have your weapon. We understand our thrusts. They make sense. Now I want you to do a horizontal. Remember, it requires a bit of footwork and travel to do properly. You bring it up, and you bring it down. Does that make sense? You come in from the side.
Yes, sir.
Once more. Bring it up, bring it down. Make sense? Good. That's you gaining momentum. Now, obviously when a weapon is coming out your side, you will use your pole, as usual, and deflect it off to the side. That is what we do. Again, the greatest strength of your spear is the distance between you and your opponent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Cadet Flora, I want you to do a horizontal slash, slowly. Cadet Nerali, I want you to parry it. On my mark, slash. Parry. Do not overextend too far with the spear. Knock it to the side. If I'm going to hit your spear, I'm going to impact it and pull back. Don't follow all the way through. Let their inertia of their blow keep carrying them away from your weapon, and it opens you up to strike. Again. Slash. Parry. Good. Again. Reset. Slash. Parry. Good. Again. Slash. Parry. Good. Try not to overextend that defense, Nerali. Again.
Yes, sir.
Slash. Parry. Good. The recoil from the attacker's weapon will get them off kilter, and if you are resetting, even as their blade is carrying away from the force, you have your spear pointed right between their eyes again and ready to make a counterattack. Right? Now, again, your turn, Nerali. You're going to be doing... I should probably move away before you slit my throat by accident. You're going to be doing horizontal slashes, and Flora, you will be parrying. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Slash. Parry. Reset. Remember, you're coming from the side. Slash. Parry. Good. Reset. Slash. Parry. Good. Reset. Slash. Parry. Good. Reset. One more. Slash. Parry. Remember, don't overextend. When you get slashed at, comes from the side, knock it to the side, you'll reset. Knock it to the side, you'll reset. Knock it to the side, you'll reset. Because you're already opened up to thrust and kill your opponent, or at least wound them. Alright?
Yes, sir.
Right. An overhead. It is the same as a slash in forms of movements, but you'll be coming directly from the top. So, you're in your basic stance as you were before. Step forward, weapon up, and then down from overhead. Does that make sense? Reset. In your basic stance, weapon to the opposing shoulder, step forward, down overhead. Again, reset. Weapon to the opposing shoulder, step forward, down on their head. One more time. Spear to opposite shoulder, step forward, down on their head. Good. Fucking good. Right. As you can guess, overhead will be a block with your polearm. You have it in your hands, in your basic stance? Yes. Up.
Yep.
Overhead. 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 Understood? Good. Right then. Cadet Flora, you'll be striking overheads. Cadet Nerali, you'll be blocking. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Overhead. Good. Reset. Overhead. Good. Reset. Harder and faster. Overhead. Good. Reset. Overhead. Good. Reset. Overhead. Good. Reset. Switch roles. Cadet Nerali, you will be striking. Cadet Flora, you will be blocking. Ready? Good. Overhead. Good. Reset. Faster. Overhead. Good. Reset. Overhead. Good. Reset. Overhead. Good. Maintain your form. Reset. Nicely done. Very good. Relax. So now we know 3 basic strikes and basic parries. 1 is the thrust. You push your whole body into it, aiming for the center mass of your target, extending your back leg and crouching on your forward. Yes? We understand?
Yes.
Good. Reset. Then we have our horizontal slash. Weapon is up to the opposite shoulder, step forward, slash to the side. Reset. Good. And it can be done quickly. It does not have to be a 3-step process. It's to show you up, down, reset. Up, down, reset. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, if this was a long spear, I would tell you that you could come from the other side and hit your opponent with the spike on the back, but these are short spears. These are actually meant to be used one-handed with a shield. That's why they're so small. This is not a two-handed spear, but it's the best we can train with for now.
Mine normally spike.
Mm-hmm. That's because all parts of a polearm is a weapon. All parts. So again, one more time, so you have it muscle memory. Thrust. Reset. Horizontal strike. Good. Reset. Overhead. Good. This is what I want. I want you both to get this down pat. You will take turns, so I can instruct the other cadets in parrying and striking. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Work up to as quickly as you can, but maintain posture. It does not matter how fast you go if you do it in a garbage stance. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Then after that, we can move on to different directional attacks rather than the basics that I've given you. Alright? Good. Get to it, cadets.
Alright, well, you want to be the attacker? I'll get this in.
You were existing. Sorry.
Wow.
What?
Oh.
Hello, sir. We were discussing.
She's trying to kill you,
different
man.
things.
I was, yeah.
No, really? Oh, she might have. Yeah. Well, because earlier it was one of those things I was explaining. She was wondering how to use a great hammer. I was explaining that don't just make big giant swings because then you're completely open. Maybe try to disrupt them first and smaller swings or other methods to stagger them long enough to get those big swings, or stuff like that. But I was also explaining how I would counter them, and then perhaps maybe if we sparred back and forth as an example in slow motion, it would introduce her to multiple styles at once.
Absolutely.
My benefits are being able to switch between methods of attack on the fly.
For a great hammer or a war hammer, instead of 8 directional attacks, there are 6. Reason for this being is that it's a large weapon, so most of the time you'll be aiming for center mass. But, as Rex said, a weapon like that takes a long amount of wind-up, and that can leave you vulnerable, so you must knock your opponent off kilter before committing yourself or your body to such a wide movement, if that makes sense.
Yeah, or when you're in a team scenario, using the quicker, nimbler people that have fencing style or other styles that are most likely distracting, or catching those in a position where you'll have that momentum and a build-up. Like, for example, as the enemy is pummeling, Joseph, you'll have a good opportunity to get a swing.
This is true.
What if I miss and hit Joseph?
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
So again, the basics are my knowledge. I am no Warhammer expert by any means, but the directionals are the same. In fact, I will go and get one, and I will demonstrate. I won't say a word. I'm more happy that you were being proactive, that's all. Perhaps...
Blade theory.
Perhaps we can make Flora small again and she can spar with you. If she agrees to it.
I'd like to see if you could do it, actually.
I absolutely could.
True.
This is going to be a bitch trying to one-hand it, so my form will be awful, so forgive me. This is not something that you should ever do with one hand. The other is just so I can show off the hand placement.
Well, you're getting used to, it in the first place.
Huh.
Just like anything.
Even so, it's nowhere near as useful as I'd like it to be.
Well, if I wanted to make myself taller and get myself platform shoes out of a water wall, I'd have to practice that.
That is true.
I haven't thought of that ever because I think I'm short or insecure about it.
I would say, though, perhaps the headmaster would look into getting weapons sized to the cadets, because unless I'm crazy, I think that might be a bit small. The handles,
I mean, I could understand that. It's one of those, we're just getting standard issue for military, but we have such a plethora of individuals that, like Liang, to him, that's a fucking hammer.
This is a whack-a-mole fucking mallet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So, stance will be the same. Dominant foot to the rear. Weapon forward. Reason for this being is you still need to use it to block, and with a heavy weapon like a warhammer, as Rex was explaining before, thrusts are still helpful. Imagine, if you will. Gavin, come here, please. Throw your shield up, so I may beateth upon you.
And if it's this baseball, you're basically, for the quicker, shorter swings, you'll probably choke up on the bat a lot, if that made any sense. And then alternate for the
Where are you going, son? Go over there.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Shield up. Facing forward. Not going to cover your legs, eh? Right. So, especially with a shield user, a thrust could knock them off kilter, especially if you aim not center mass but towards the top. understand that most shields are braced across the arm. And they're not always the tightest thing, and sometimes the shield user is not holding on to the handle on the inside. The shield will bloody rotate on their arm and clap them in the face. In the very least, it can knock them off kilter. So with a thrust right into the top, it can knock them back a little bit, and you stay on them. Your warhammer is not a long weapon, especially these. So if they give ground, you take ground. Push them back, you can keep them on their rear foot. Right? In that moment, after you have thrust, that is when you consider the 6 directions you can attack from. It is the very same. Left gut, right gut, left leg, right leg, overhead. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If you are handed a different way, you just have to mirror it. You do not have to worry about that if you're left-handed. Are you?
Nope, right-handed.
Again, you try to knock them off kilter, whether they have a shield or another weapon. You thrust at them to keep them back, knock them off. If they have just a sword, they're not going to block such a broad thing. They have to move. While they are moving, you consider your 6 directions you can attack from. Either going to attack from the side, winding up all the way to try and impact them. Do so from the other side, winding up all the way, trying to impact them. Left and right gut. Left leg, trying to sweep out their legs from under them. Right leg, trying to sweep their legs out from under them. And an overhead, looking to end the fight. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's something that is to be worried about with great hammers. Or heavier weapons. Fuck, that's hard to use with one hand. I'm going to put this fucker down for a second. Now, it may not be too much of a problem for you because of the inherent strength that you have. You are different than a regular human or most bipedals, but the more strength that you put into your swing, the longer it's going to take, the more vulnerable you will be. Arguably, if you spin your torso all the way around and you go in for a swing, yes, you'll probably knock a poor fucker like Gavin off his feet if he's not prepared. But if he's faster, and he swings his lighter, faster-moving weapon over his shield and bonks you on the fucking head, caving in your skull, because you wound up for so long, it's not going to help.
Or if he misdirects your energy
and sends you flying.
The stronger you are, the more you have to be misdirected.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in there.
No, you are correct. And in fact, it seems that you have knowledge of this, and perhaps you can help him more than I can. This is just the footwork.
I just know, well, I'm watching a lot of this, and I was taught a lot differently, but that doesn't mean that the way you're teaching is incorrect either. It's one of those transferring of energy versus other things we were taught differently. So, I don't know.
Well, of course.
It might be more advanced.
Especially when it comes...
too.
It is. When you're talking about swordsmanship, instead of absorbing the blow, you should look to parry your chamber. I agree, it should be fluid. You're not looking to stop the blow and then reset realistically. But half of them just scream and swing their fucking arm like a noodle, and I'm trying to fix that.
Very true, yeah.
But those are the basic directionals. And there are 6 instead of 8. It does not matter to go for right shoulder or left shoulder because the head from the sides is too small of a target. You should aim lower, round the gut. If they're not able to block it, you're going to break something. Which is what you want to do. If you hit somebody along their sides, if their arm is not in the way, you will break ribs, especially with a fucking hammer like that. If you hit them along the legs and there's no plate in the way, no shield, you could either snap a ligament or break a bone. And if you bring it down on their head, he really will look like a bloody strawberry. So, those are the points. But before you commit yourself to a long swing, harass your enemy with thrusts, or with small, quick attacks from the same directions just to test them. If you can go for a slight thrust on one side, the enemy rotates to put their shield there, and you've already corrected and you're swinging your weapon around to attack the other. You could knock them off their fucking feet and end them in the next swing. What you want to focus on is your strength building. Dexterity isn't going to be something that helps you too much, but Some will come naturally with trying to swing such a heavy weapon faster. Whenever you do laps, I might even set up a course at some point. I'll talk to the headmaster about having evolutions, people stop in training with a particular weapon and then continuing laps with weights. Maybe. But, yes. Those are your basic directions that you would strike from, or thrust to try and slow your opponent, get them off kilter, and finish them with another blow. Do not be afraid of thrusting into the opponent. You want them to be... You have a big fuck-off hammer, they're going to be fearful. Use that to your advantage. Any ground that you force them to give, you take it. Push them back, take it. Weapon at the ready. Push them back, take it. Weapon at the ready. Keep the fighting up close. You have a short-range weapon.
Confidence can help a lot too, because others, like, remember how I was telling you, Hun, like, if you, let's say you're fighting me, and mid-battle, the second I know you're comfortable with how I'm fighting you, I immediately will switch to a different fighting style, and then suddenly you're completely off kilter. If I keep fighting with confidence against my enemy, then they'll start losing the confidence, because they think that I'm the one supposed to be losing confidence. So just fighting confidently against an enemy even helps, in my opinion, sometimes.
That's right, Rex. Give it confidence. Pull out your shield, let it beat on you for a bit.
Alright. I will actually I'll try to practice invoking speed on the gauntlet if you want
I'm with the professor.
Say again?
I guess just wondering about your training, Professor.
It's still non-corporeal. It's useless. I was just using it to show cadets holding on two-handed weapons.
Yeah, it's good visualization of that. I'd say it's getting a better form.
Slowly but surely.
No, it doesn't do anything yet.
No, it's currently useless, other than me practicing, trying to keep my mana where my arm should be. Have you spoken to Flora?
Oh, I see.
Do so. Get them to agree.
Flora and I went... Oh, she's on there. They come back for fun.
I did believe they're doing some colony house work. Hey, Flora.
That's right.
Sorry,
My head hurts.
You alright?
Yeah, I might need to talk to you later, Professor. I need water. Yeah, water. I need water real quick.
Alright. I'm thirsty too.
Make sure she's okay.
Going to drink something you can't see. It's an illusion.
Illusion water. Dad, you can even make the sound.
No, it's convincing.
It's jealous of illusion magic.
Watch this, it's gonna sound like a plastic bottle. You.
One day we can actually have an illusion class like we had before.
I need your soul.
Fucking what?
Zachary, I'm kidding. Come here, you idiot. Damn it.
I think she apparently needs some time to eat or something. Maybe later.
Alright. Then when she returns, we shall do so.
It's a shame those ley lines aren't active more around the year. You could just put those rings on and call it a day. Not that I'll be fighting any opponents that are my size. I mean, if I were, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, have you ever seen a warrior rat that could possibly beat me?
Well, I mean, let me think.
No.
I'm trying to think if I have any illusions on hand where I could train you myself.
Professor Carver was talking about Skaven one day. Very
Ah, yes, Skaven. Rat things, yes, yes.
You could always just borrow a Spriggan and cast an illusion of yourself on it, maybe?
Of myself?
Well, yeah, you know, of your whole self. Then you could use the weapons with both arms, technically.
That's true.
While still in...
But I was trying to
that's the only
think...
thought I could have had.
I was trying to think of something that would have been Linux size.
A twig blade?
No, they're actually
The headmaster has some you could practice.
I think they're taller. Actually.
Yeah,
They're shit, well... awesome. Sorry, I got caught up in
got about half
conversation.
a foot on me.
I wanted to show you that different weapons, despite being the same weapon, they actually... There's advantage to even how they're made. Because different shapes can...
You wanna go.
You four-eyed bitch.
Still have energy in you, Zachary? Excellent.
Huh?
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
What?
Come with me.
Wait, what?
Since you have energy in you, grab a sword.
That's not gonna happen, because...
I don't know how you find the motivation to get up in the morning with that mug, honestly, Zach.
So here, let's move away from the... We're gonna do everything in slow motion, of course, so I can explain. I'll go get one or two more swords as an example.
Professor, how do you get your beard to be so, like, you know, so beard-like? Yeah, I've been trying to grow mine.
Where do you see a beard?
Well, I mean, not really a beard, but you know, I mean, you must have had a beard and then
Pointing
you
a
shaved
fucking
it the way-
sword at me? What are you, mugging me?
What?
Just come over here, put me at sword point?
I'm sorry, no, I was just... I'm sorry.
It's alright, I'll kill
doing
you.
it a lot today. Yeah, you and what army? This would be the time where you...
Draw your sword, cadet.
Please don't stab me in the... Wait, what the fuck?
Oh, this sword? By my
Stole
foot?
it!
Go on, take it.
How did you grab that?
Telekinesis.
You ready?
Whoa, Zachary, careful. You need to practice. You can't just do telekinesis without practicing. Stop, Zachary!
I'm not doing
Jesus. You do not mess with telekinesis until you understand it.
I'm a master fucking wizard, Professor. You see that shit?
Pick up the fucking sword before I run you through.
I'm gonna do it again. Check this out.
Well, that's really close to your foot. Be careful.
It was.
I'm gonna get fired.
Bro, I'm gonna take Barnes' job.
Oh,
Professor
God.
Barnes'.
You're remembering.
You see that?
Wow. Fucking spectacular. My weapon's not dulled, by the way, you understand. Ready? We're going to go everything... I'm joking, it's dulled.
Wait, hold on, whoa.
It's dulled, kind of. It's only dulled because of how many bodies have slid on it. It's not really a training sword. Ready?
Is this... What is this? You murder me out here?
Carver's not here to save you now, boy. If you can deflect everything, I won't smack you with the dull end of my sword. Ready?
Okay. What
We'll
side
go
are you
with-
starting on?
Wouldn't you like to know? Same pattern as before. Alright? I'll start out slowly. Ready? Good. Right shoulder. Left shoulder. Right gut. Left gut. Right leg. Left leg. Overhead. Parry thrust. Good. Reset. Again. Right shoulder. Left shoulder. Right gut. Left gut. Right leg. Left leg. Overhead. Peri thrust. Good. Reset. Not saying anything this time. Ready? Good. Reset.
Put on my feet.
Ready? Out of order this time.
Is this how it ends?
Pay attention.
Ow!
Come on. Reset. Reset.
Right. Okay.
Pain is a good teacher. Ready? Good. Good. Reset. Closer together. Ready?
Ready.
Oh, not correct. Pay attention.
Ow.
You're all right. Pay attention. Ready?
Okay.
Excellent. Reset. Remember, blade towards your opponent. Directly at me, just like so. Good. Again. Very good. Good, good, good. Very fucking good. Again.
Oh, God, okay.
Pay attention. Eyes on me. Blade at the ready. Ready?
Ready.
Careful.
Right.
Reset. I'm going to teach you something new. Are you ready?
Okay.
Good. Right there.
Right, okay.
Now, when your opponent goes to block overhead, go on. Overhead. Kick them in the fucking chest. You may kick me this one time. Go ahead. Just like that. Your opponent will be knocked off kilter, their blade will drop, and you'll have them on their back foot. You follow up with a swing to whatever side you bloody please. Ready?
Okay.
Very close, good. You see it coming, you backstep out of the way. Again. Ready?
Ready.
Good. Careful. Gotta watch, especially if they aim for your proper leg that you have all your weight on, you'll go down.
Right.
Shake your arms out. Get the lactic acid out of the way. Relax. It's all training. Ready?
Ready.
Eyes on your opponent. Lest they cheat. Ready? Reset.
Yeah. That's why you're the sword expert.
I'm going to show you one more thing. Alright? Ready?
Alright.
I hope
Yep.
you are.
Not cool.
There's a reason for it, and it's only an illusion. The hand cannot hurt you. The pain will fade. Now, when you make them block on the opposite side, right? So I come at you from your left, so you have to cross. Step forward, follow through. Right in their face. Understood?
Okay. Understood.
I'm teaching you to win, not to fucking fence lords. Ready?
Ready.
Good. Yes! Yes. Good. Reset.
I don't know if that was the right way to dodge it, but...
Staying alive, there is no real right way. But that is good enough. Your reflexes are what I'm concerned with right now. Ready?
Ready.
Never let your guard down. Eyes on your opponent. Reset. Training you harder because you're a squad leader. Because I want you to teach them. Ready?
Ready.
Good. Take a moment to relax. Get your wits about you.
Register myself. Seem to be in a weird place. Here you go. How long did it learn you to do all this? What did you learn on the fly?
I learned from an elven swordmaster, Phalenthal of Kassalar, a very long time ago. Ready?
Ready.
Good. Good. Bloody excellent. Reset. Again. Ready?
Ready.
Eyes on your opponent. Never take them off. Good. Reset. One more time. Ready?
Ready.
Good.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Good. Good. As soon as you are struck, even if it hurts, you reset. What, do you want more?
You said reset.
Fine, one more. Ready? All right.
Thanks.
Excellent. Fucking excellent, Zachary.
Not too bad yourself. Yeah.
I've gotten old and
Need some
slow.
work around the edge.
Rusty. Now, your limbs are weapons as well as your blade. A one-handed swordsman is very dangerous in close combat if they move as quickly as they must to use the openings that they earn. Not that they find, but they earn. You have to force your openings as a swordsman, especially if it is a short sword. Stay close to your opponent. Blades crossed, make them feel claustrophobic. Keep your swings fast, concise. Observe your opponent's eyes. Keep moving at them, watch them, they'll make a mistake. And they'll be watching your weapon. As soon as their eyes look at your weapon, as you did when I'd go from the side, connect with their jaw. Immediately. Block overhead, their eyes on your weapon, kick them in the chest. You'll either knock them on their back if they're in armor, they will not be able to recover, or they'll be knocked off kilter, and you'll be able to counterattack immediately. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Fucking handshake, you buffoon. Thank you for taking your training seriously. If there's nothing else, Cadet, you are dismissed.
Thanks, Professor.
To be fair, I don't like sweet things. And flowers don't exactly taste wonderful, so you're already starting at a different base.
Professor.
Yes.
I don't know if you drink alcohol, but being that you've, I'm assuming, expended a good amount of mana, I'm trying to test this. Number one, its effectiveness, and number two, the flavor palatability, that word.
Right.
And I wondered if you would do the honors as well.
What exactly is it? You have not told me what it is.
It's mead with just honey and chloros that I've fermented together.
Alright.
To make a mana brew of sorts.
It's a mana mead.
Mana
Yeah.
mead. That's a dangerous thing you're onto. Very well.
If you don't mind. I did just put a... It was pretty bitter, so I did just put a bit of honey and a sizable amount of sugar in it. Whoa.
Sweet on the way in. A bit of a bitter aftertaste, but that's to be expected of any sort of fermented anything. Not coppery like most mead. Smooth. A little weird because of the blurriness, but I like it. It's not bad. Now we
Thank
see
you.
if I die in my sleep.
You know you won't. I was safe.
You're
with
right,
it.
I'd probably still be
I
awake.
promise. I'm
Hey,
gonna
Lisa
make
was
another
exactly
batch.
straight.
Because I think I know what to refine. Thank you. And thank you for your honest
Well,
opinions.
only because I'm trying to
hope
do my duty to the academy. If there is any more of that you need tested, you know where my office is.
Sorry. I actually have a whole cauldron that I need to bottle, and I mean, I'm happy to leave it on your desk.
You can store them in my
disagree.
office.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Of course,
No,
sir.
stop it.
Good.
Touch my leg.
I'll let you in on a secret. The third file cabinet on the left in my office is, well,
Full of gin.
Noted.
Have
Is
you
there
looked
a
in it?
particular,
Perhaps.
by chance, is there a particular fruit or any sort of anything that you prefer?
I'm not a very picky man. When I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty.
Noted.
But if you're going to be using ingredients for mana potions, you need to mask the taste, so you need something that's naturally very sweet.
I'm not
Like
gonna
my
do
heart.
apples.
Please, God, please don't.
I'll give it some thought. Maybe grapes.
I was going to
Or
suggest
raisins.
perhaps some blackberries. They are strong and pungent.
Raisins and blackberries?
Just put
Sweet
some
and
straight
sour?
sugar in there.
Cinnamon, perhaps. That was a
No.
joke, because I half expected to get sneezed upon.
Cinnamon spice and everything.
I almost did, but I caught myself.
Very good. That would have been a horrendous demerit to have.
Thank you very much, sir.
I am a benevolent god.
I'm gonna get the rest of this together and work on a new bat
Excellent.
with
Well
your
done.
suggestions in mind.
I'm by no means an expert. Maybe ask Bargus, he's a drunk.
He's asleep.
True.
I'm mostly working on taste and effectiveness right now. With
I heard that he may have drank a lot of Zach's mead. His belly is able to take it.
Well then, my god, I'm the only one who can
Might
help.
be dead.
I understand. I will do my duty to Ascension Academy. Bring me mead.
Mostly, I'm gonna try with health potion, or health potion version, a mana potion version. Because I don't know how to make potions, and I don't think I could ever make these as effective as a potion. It's good enough
If
for me.
the mana potion itself is too diluted, you could always try adding bone meal to it before you add it to the mead itself, in small quantities.
That's a really good point.
Just an idea.
I'm gonna go. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Well, apparently, Flora is going on a girls' afternoon to the hot spring, so no luck. Maybe another day, tomorrow.
Could we make you larger?
I don't think you want to see me any bigger.
Actually, that would be quite funny. I think in the near future we should have a me-sized Linux.
I'm not. You'd find my proportions quite abysmal.
Freakish.
Yes. I'm built to be small. I cannot be anything but. It is my curse.
Even more reason to do it. I will work on an enlargement scroll.
But I'll look like an abomination like Hoshi.
Oh, I know.
You can't do this to me, Professor.
You gonna stop me, Linux?
I might have to. We're talking about...
Well, here the fuck I am.
Of my entire race as small peeps.
I'm ready. Good. Stop me. I'll send you to the fucking blender dimension, I will.
Yeah? Think you can trick me with illusion paint, huh?
You do know that's not the only school I know, yes?
I'm aware. You seem to mix your illusions with other schools to make it work.
What am I going to do? Throw glitter in the air? Surprise!
You know, I was talking to Bavina the other day about illusions. I told her that the school of illusion traditionally is the school of deception. She didn't seem to believe me, but I mean, it's entirely designed to
deceived
trick
it. Good
the
job.
mind.
You're an illusionist. Well done. I resign.
Yeah, no. Why? I much prefer abjuration as my primary school. I'd like to learn illusion, but honestly, you remember that time they made us sign up for classes that were specific to certain... Yeah.
How different things were. How different my expectations were.
I hear things may be coming along in a couple years.
Long after you and I are dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure I'll end up as a corpse in a Bagua by the end of the next year. I mean, makes sense, honestly.
Bagua?
Yeah, that's the most likely place for me to die.
Why a Bagua? Could just be here.
Nothing's gonna kill me here. They can't see me.
Exactly. Did you want to have that talk while I was free?
Sure. Sounds like a great idea. Jenny, would you prefer your office, or just like anywhere?
I don't mind where, Linux.
Okay.
Cadet.
Well, I suppose it should be somewhere not too open. Ooh. I'm a student.
Yes, a cadet. A young officer in training.
Oh dear. Well, if they would stop treating me like a foot soldier, then maybe.
Well, there are times, Linux, where you can come off rather foot soldiery.
Oh, it's not my fault. I mean, sometimes I just fit the mold to what I'm treated like.
You cannot blame everything around you all the time.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie that my cadence is a contributing factor, but I can't really help that.
What good timing.
Hmm?
I just was gonna bring these to you.
Oh yes,
They're all
please.
bottled and ready to go. I'll carry one. Oh, you can't open the... Sorry.
Funny joke. Got me. Haha.
Huh.
Stupid crippled professor. Can't even open doors.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
That wasn't what I was trying to do.
You're fully aware I can read minds. Come on.
Your illusions are getting way better. You're tricking people into thinking you have the ability to...
Listen, Linux. I'm a fucking plot point. I can have whatever the fuck I want. As long as it furthers your shitty story. Come on, let's go. Look, I grabbed this with nothing. Going to stop me?
Honestly, I thought of myself more as a supporting cast, but either way.
Which drawer was it, sir?
The last cabinet on the end. This doesn't exist. Why is this still here?
Alright.
This one.
Yeah, just toss them in. Try to remove all the Concordia red out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Linnick.
Come on.
Do something.
Don't you know how to? Don't you know how
Do
to sort
something.
your fucking?
Linnick, do
What?
something.
What are you doing? No,
Do something
okay.
entertaining.
Did you know that?
Do something.
Did you know that the
Tell me a
Flavius-
fact.
I'm
Tell me a
I'm
fact,
telling you. I'm
Linnick.
telling you right now. Stop. Stop. Did you know that the Flavius Institute actually has Griffin Riders in it?
Of course I knew that.
Oh,
Good night,
well, you were talking
Good
talking
night.
about how mounted combatants are somewhat rare, but we do have allies who use mounts.
No, we were talking about the Blackguard, as mounted was rare.
Oh well, yeah, but they got unicorns, so I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to find those. Griffins, easy peasy. Just go to Griffin Place; they'll probably be somewhere around here.
I'm sorry, go to where? That's not actually...
Do not worry.
You didn't name that, did you?
Right. No, I didn't name that. I don't name anything. What do you mean? This entire map is totally done by. I just, you know, I don't make any of these. The between aisles.
The fuck are you standing on, Linnick?
I'm just climbing.
How are you climbing a sheer face of a wall?
Are you? I have claws, you goof.
Into the stone wall.
Have you?
Which means you punctured the stone. Which means you damaged Academy property.
Have you read my file?
Linnick, I have not even seen anybody's file since I came here.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yes. Almost as awkward as
want
how many
one?
times I've asked for them. Yes, I would love one.
Okay, sure, I'll give you mine. It'll be cool. Trust me, you'll love it.
I'm sure.
I didn't write it, definitely. Okay. Ah, okay, I remember now. Okay. You... You're not gonna turn blue again, are you?
I'm too lazy to do that.
What? Okay. Yes, so in terms of your mission request, making Vanguard into a more cohesive unit, there has been progress, whether some people like to admit it or not. When I went in there, they gave me a warm welcome, and well, they made me feel very happy actually. But I've, for the most part, got them all in a sort of line in which they will listen to my advice more readily than perhaps previous iterations of trying to quote help them. A lot of the time, I guess they felt demeaned. The only particular spots of trouble are still, I mean, Jixie and Zach. Jixie because she's a bit headstrong in her own ideas, and she gets naturally argumentative, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. She usually gives a good contrasting idea, but a lot of the times the idea occasionally can be deconstructive. And with Zach, he actively engages in being stupid sometimes, and then has remarkable intellect in other situations. It's very strange, actually. I don't know if it's like a switch in his head, or if somebody just secretly punctures him with some syringe of stupid.
He goofs the fuck off until he thinks it's time to be serious.
I mean, he had his stupid switch on during a mission once. It was very strange.
Sometimes it takes a terrible mistake and a big loss to grow up.
In terms of why there hasn't been more progress until now, it's because I spent a lot of time assimilating and getting to know them, understanding their psychology. Melanie was particularly tough to even get to listen to me for extended periods of time. But I've managed it.
And what do you think the state of Vanguard is right now?
Constructive. They've been thinking a lot more critically in our private meetings about improving our performance on mission. Not necessarily academically, because, well, you know, Zach doesn't know how to read, but he's more than happy to read the Eerie Drakian Maid out loud to the entire academy while I'm sitting there red-faced. So, you know, he's him. But,
Very particular.
Yes, he seems to have some sort of strange amnesia when it comes time to learn. As to the rest of them, yes, there's improvement. But almost all of it is in regards to our functional purpose, which is to go and fight things. There's been more talk of how to handle our formations, although we sort of, some of us kind of shriek at the word because it doesn't work very well for an anvil. Most of the time you take the anvil, you make it flat, and you just chuck it. And, well, eventually it gets to the other side of the room. Not quite as pinpoint as, say, Ignis, or as good at, say, fighting against guerrilla warfare like Ardent Veil, or maneuvering around magical artifacts like Crystal Thorn.
A fair enough assessment.
Our worst performance since I've joined was in the forests outside of Fort Kari, when we were told to go and get rid of the bulbs. Incidentally enough, it was one of the most mundane of our activities there, but it was our worst performance, and part of it was because that was the one mission where Zach decided to goof off, but also because we were put in a situation that we are woefully unequipped for. Augusta, Zach, and Ryder are all extremely well suited to attacking a target that they can see in front of them. So if you point at, say, some big fuck-off demon, excuse my language, they'll get it done. They will. Or they'll die, either way. I mean, they haven't died yet, so they have a 100% success rate as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But they're not suited to us having to us walking through a ravine with large cliff faces on either side with twigged lights and...
What you're saying is they're fighters, not thinkers.
We don't have shields above our heads, except for me.
Yes, a lot of them disdain shields.
Jixie is a good analytical addition. She fills in the spot of being able to observe and, well, come up with solutions to otherwise strange problems. I obviously act as an anchor point for the whole squad when the going gets tough, and if Zach gets out of his wits when he's in his other form, then I can take a pseudo command. I am his second as it is. I did mention that, right? He made me his second.
You did.
And, well, Melanie isn't form-fitting quite yet. And I'm trying to work on it, but she's almost as willfully resistant as Joseph is. I've become her friend. I'm trying to become a good friend with her so that she doesn't feel like it's me impressing things upon her. She doesn't seem to like it when she's being controlled, which doesn't really work in a situation like this, but I'm told she doesn't have much of a choice other than being here.
And what do you think needs to change going forward for Vanguard to be better?
Well, there is a very prominent feeling of anxiety associated with their status as the Academy punching bag. I don't know if you've noticed, but the more that they get ridiculed publicly, the more stupid they get as the day goes on. They sort of become resentful and embrace the reputation. And I feel it too, a lot of the time. The worse it gets, the more I lose my composure.
Well, there are two sides to everything. I agree that Vanguard's particular behaviors can be addressed more thoughtfully by staff. And I will also say that Vanguard brings some of these things upon them themselves quite often.
I won't deny the shortcomings of the squad. I mean,
Everyone has shortcomings, staff included.
But they see it happen to them, and the other squads laugh and chuckle, but the other squads don't get made fun of. They don't. So it feels very targeted over the long term. If it were just a funny ha-ha, if it were just maybe for a couple days and then they'd swap over and eat into somebody else for their shortcomings, but it never quite happens. And Zach has it worst.
He somewhat feeds into that, though, does he not? He looks for those situations.
Well, it's like I said. I mean, it's a bit of a cycle. The more that he hears it, the more he hates it, and the more he just loses himself over it. But besides that, in terms of self-improvement internally, the proper course for Vanguard from the inside is for us to structure ourselves more readily for situations that we're ill-prepared for, such as the guerrilla warfare. It's my opinion that Vanguard shouldn't have to fight in those conditions, but they will be made to fight in those conditions again, so it's ideal that they at least have a basic understanding of situations that are extraordinary.
Things happen the way that we have spoken about. Concerned about the Academy floundering and becoming its own entity or ever being cut off from support, we could very well find ourselves in a guerrilla warfare-esque fashion, and every squad should be trained as such, just in case. I will let you know now, Linnick. I have petitioned the headmaster over and over and over again to get affirmation from the CAF for us to expand our operations to the ruins on the other side of the mountain. The headmaster has gone out of his way to already use his earth magic to unearth a lot of the ruins and make a mock battlefield for us to use for the many lesson plans I have written up and submitted. It all comes down to the CAF currently. And they are obstinate.
Well, they are bureaucratic.
They're in my way. Comes down to it, I will just take you all there if I must. And if they send me a letter, so be it. Even so, there are things such as surviving behind enemy lines that I have planned, being able to identify, track enemies, moving through a certain area, using stealth, without engaging if possible, or if you need to, silently and unobserved. Things of the sort.
Oh dear. Silently.
Must start somewhere.
Vanguard, I believe, can engage in guerrilla warfare. They can be trained to do it. Our greatest weakness is on being on the receiving end of it, unfortunately.
Well, that's what the training is for.
When a charging horse is made to slow down, it becomes weak. It's more or less in the charge.
But it still needs to be able to do so. Otherwise it is worthless in a charge altogether.
I haven't heard of this before. This bit about the Academy becoming an independent entity.
It's something that is somewhat quiet. It is more of a concern and a hypothesis than something I can put in front of you with factual evidence. Looking at the world stage and everything that's taking place and how the CAF is losing supporters every year, do not know how much longer it will be around, to be honest.
But its mission statement
Is our mission statement.
what lies under this academy. They'd never let us become our own entity.
They have no say if they have no funding. Remember, it's all the other nations who have contributed to the CAF that made the CAF. They're not their own entity either.
I'm sure there are veterans of this very academy, of the Flavius Institute, of any other institutions that still work there.
Must remember, Linux, that the shorter-lived races have had several cycles now, where it would be great-grandsons and granddaughters that would not really believe what had taken place or think it is a myth. Even those who are currently in the CAF sometimes joke about it not actually being real. And the longer-lived races, the most simple of such, elves, dwarves, vampires, and the like, they live isolated away from the world, and do not speak of such things to others. The elves stay on their homeland, and their military is engaged so much in one place that we have no idea about, to the point where they need us to protect their inner cities. The dwarves communicate with barely anyone, and seal their fortresses off from the world. Humans forget everything in the quickest span possible, and vampires have never really told anyone anything from the beginning.
Well, the humans in Saigon, that's their own fault. They don't engage with the outside. I'm surprised we have so many students from around that region. The elves are stagnant.
Everyone's forgetting. Which is absurd.
You know, our kind, we have stories from before. But you needn't really explain to me memory and the more mortal races. Unfortunately, we used to be longer lived. You know much about the Eerie Drakes?
I do not.
Our ancestors, as far as we can tell, were in fact dragons. Well, obviously. Not so much anymore. Our lifespan shortened, and for whatever reason, we lost a lot of the general characteristics.
I wonder if that is a magic-related thing.
Some of our stories have theories and postulations, but I can't expect to live more than 200 years. Or even to reach 200, rather. But my and my people's minds are still wired to live millennia. Can you imagine that? Just reaching the brink of your full maturity, and it's time to stop.
I believe it. You'll outlive me. I'll be dust long after, so.
Relative.
Easy to say when you're alive.
Vampires will outlive me by however much they feel like. Elves will outlive me. Dwarves will probably outlive me. They could. Oh well. What were we talking about? Oh.
Talking about the Eerie Drakes and their history.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you've noticed that the volcano in our homeland long before that, we had come from up in the Dragon Isles to the northeast, migrated down to Erie, and for whatever reason we decided we'd stay there. But sometime after the Pulse, that bloody volcano popped up. And there are more than one or two stories about why it exists, but they conflict. Something great and terrible happened, that's all that we can tell. And sometime between then and now, we lost what made us great and magnificent.
Are there any ley lines where you live?
I haven't seen any ley line maps.
Might be worth looking into. If it's something that took place around the Pulse with such an influx of magic and energy, it's possible that it may have upset a balance.
Some say it was the tumbling of mountains and gods.
Not likely.
Yeah, well, there's only one god that we answer to now, so if there were more.
Do they answer back?
Sertali provides a ministry with me when I fight.
Fair enough.
It may not be words, but it is feeling.
That is something. Sometimes words would be nice.
If a god were to answer to everyone who asked them a question, they'd only be answering questions, I think.
Would not hurt to give some word rather than none. But that's my own opinion.
I don't know. I feel like they've kind of given up.
Astonishing to create. And then give up on what they create.
The reason I stick with Sertali is because they represent justice. Right and bringing what is due.
It's like an honest accountant.
More like the auditor.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Cadet, I hope that you will continue to pursue your efforts within Vanguard. That you will continue doing what you do best. I hope that Cadet Melanie comes around and that Zachary lays off his stupid pills and some progress can be made. But I would not discount the boy. When he is serious, he does do good work.
No, I won't deny that he is more than an asset, and at the end of the day, he is the leader of the squad. There's no use in undermining him. You got a space whale.
Nothing space about it. Just a memory.
Space whale. What the Yo, you good?
Yeah.
What do can you, what is... Alright, I'll be seeing you, Professor.
Take care, Cadet.
Knocking really loud instead of the door.
Well, come the fuck in.
Professor, I bought you some...
What is this called? Bread chicken?
What?
I brought you whatever this is. I don't know what it's called, but I saw that you like it.
Thank you very much, Cadet.
Prosciutto? I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
It couldn't have been the only reason you came.
Thanks.
Everything all right?
I mean, yeah. I really like the training that you've been doing. Makes me not so lazy. And trust
Good.
me, I want to be really lazy.
Getting lazy will get you killed, so I'm glad that you're training.
In that regard, I do want to ask you something.
Please, by all means.
So I was talking to Liang. Right, so I was talking to Liang, and let me know if this is incorrect, but this is based off of what I've been watching on people. So a lot of people think if you are physically well, then you are well altogether.
Not true.
But
It's not a fair
I don't
statement.
think that's true either. At least I used to think it was true. But that's just kinda how some people are going to be taught. As you can see, some of us think if we're physically well, then that means the mental and emotional, spiritual, magical, whatever the other states are. That means if they go crazy, that's just something completely wrong with you. But I'm pretty sure there needs to be a balance and equivalent exchange of some type of energy, right?
It's even far more basic than that. We're all living beings. Obviously, you have physical needs, food and water, so you may live and your body may heal and function. Then we need comfort, security. So even though we have to fight to survive in our most basic functions throughout the day, at night we have a place that we can go of safety, lay down our head and be at rest within our mind, feeling safe and secure. The body and mind cannot independently function, both need each other. If the body is failing, then the mind is trapped. And if the mind is failing, then the body is a prison.
Okay, then in that regard, that means when a person is not used to taking care of themselves in the other aspects aside from physical, that means can they learn? Or is that near impossible?
Can they what? Learn to take care of themselves?
Learn to have their maintenance that is aside from physical.
Yes. Anything can be taught, good or
Is it
bad.
a natural instinct, though?
A natural instinct? Well, I would say yes, it's self-preservation. Think of it this way. Emotions, good and bad, are necessary for a being to function within certain parameters of their own survival. If I had no arms and no legs, and I was wheeled in front of a dragon, right? Should my instinct be to sit there, or to attempt to flee, regardless of my limbs?
Well, if you have no limbs, you cannot flee, but you can assess the situation to be able to find a way to get yourself out of it.
Would there not be fear?
Part of...
Perhaps terror?
you would feel fear, but that is part of your instincts to survive, to feel fear, so that you may
And
find a way to get
emotion
out of it. Yes.
is an instinct. It is something that is natural to you. It is not something that is forcibly learned. As beings, we are part of such a nature. Rage is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. Sadness is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. All of these things inspire different physical acts. When you are depressed or feel like there is no point, do you think you will train nearly as well as if you have hope or are happy?
No.
No. If we do not assess our minds and find out why it is the way that we are, we will continue to sink into a bed that we make for ourselves within our mind. If there is something there that we ignore that is a problem, whether it is a fear that we cannot get out of our mind, or an anger that we cannot let go of, it will affect us for the rest of our life, or in the very least until we finally let it go. That is why things like forgiveness is so important. Being able to forgive a friend for a wrongdoing, being able to look past something that had once wronged you but now no matter, did not hold any more sway upon you, regardless of how much the act at the time angered you. Emotions play a vital role in our physical and mental upbringing. Chirac.
Why is it so often ignored?
Because different cultures teach different things. Some say emotion is a weakness, like the vampires. That is why so many of them are so callous and withdrawn. That they are so endangered that being close to others is a weakness. Because eventually you will either outlive them or you yourself will die. And then all that there is pain. They see it as you are setting yourself up for pain. Setting yourself up for something
How
that
come
is...
they don't see it differently by overcoming the pain to set them stronger for adaptation? You adapt to your surroundings, don't you?
This is
Be able
true.
to survive, right?
This is true, but are there things here that you are able to survive, or has made surviving easier than it would be back home? The culture here is different than back home, is it not? Aren't there things here that you enjoy or have come to accept that would be considered foolish or a weakness back where you came from?
Yes.
Give me an example.
If you have time to play, you have time to train. If you have time to cry, you have time to show your weakness in front of everybody, which is frowned upon.
True.
Which means you have not been paying attention.
So, let's say from here until the day of your death, you did nothing but train every single day. Do you think you could be a great warrior? If you spent every single waking moment that you had, from the sun going up to the sun going down and your body beginning to give out on you, training with your weapon, training your fortitude, training your combative prowess, do you think by the end of your life you could be a great warrior?
I could be strong, but only physically.
Now picture this.
I don't know what it means to be a warrior in some cultures.
Now picture this. You spend all these years training. You're proud of your ability. You are able to best most combatants in one-on-one combat, maybe even two-on-one. You have become an expert using a blade. But you look up halfway through your life. You are older. You have no partner. You have no friends. You have spent no time relaxing and talking. Spent no time getting to know anybody because it was time to train. Spent no time reaching out to learn about those who were around you because you needed to train. Did not take the time to see the world or explore the things around you or learn about your environment because you had to train. Imagine that with all this training that you did, you realized your life was half over or more, and you had not done a single thing that could have made you happy. You would be an excellent warrior, yes, but would you be a happy one? Would your pride be enough to keep you on your feet?
No.
Or would the loneliness
So, but
and the lack of interest in the world around you plague you when you close your eyes?
at least if they are fortunate enough, they learn within their lifetime before they die to try to change that.
Maybe.
And trying to obtain the happiness during. Is that enough?
Changing is a big step. But let me ask you this. Where you came from, would you be allowed to change?
If I were to word it to them to where they understood, perhaps. In that regard, we all want to survive where we come from.
Oh, you would survive.
But to survive, we have to adapt.
You would just not survive happily. You would be stern, short. No time for any sort of interactions with anyone who could be considered wasting your time. No drinking with your friends. No sitting and laughing at their foolish jokes. Because there is time to train. You will be praised by your kin, maybe family even, for your prowess and ability. Let's say you even had memories of this place, and you went home, and for the rest of your life after you went home all you did was do what your culture dictated. Show nothing but strength, perseverance, nothing but. Would your mind not flick back to here? Either sitting under the shitty little shade on the beach with other members of Vanguard talking and laughing at Zachary's stupidity, or being at the main hall and watching Crystal Thorne be forced to wear maid dresses and serve everyone because they chose to say the wrong thing to the headmaster, or Lila sneezing and practically soiling herself because of her cinnamon illusion. Would you not miss these things?
I would miss it every day because it's kind of my little peace of mind.
Now imagine you could never have it again.
Experience, and now that I did, I would find a way to have it again. Not for me, just personally, but think of it like this, and this is how I would try to word it, but better, and hoping that they would understand. But to survive, we must adapt, and to adapt, we have to do that in order to exchange our information to our younger ones, our next generation, because we want to survive. Yes, I'm glad that we're strong physically to take on the wild, whatever is up there, but if I don't have the time to talk to anybody because I'm always training, then I also don't have the time to train any of the younger. and they need to learn. And some of them are different, and I think that should be fine, because why the fuck do I want someone to be exactly like me? Probably in that regard, my pride would kick in. Because I want to be the only one of me. So how I act is me, not anybody else. If I could try to word it to where it's beneficial to our kin to adapt, survive, and that will always be around for generations to come, to be able to take care of ourselves not only physically but the other areas. Well, I would hope they would understand, otherwise we're going to be wiped out. We won't be here very long.
The point is this, Cadet. Our bodies, regardless of our race, are built to survive, to repair, regardless of the speed, to endure, regardless of the hardship, and to continue moving even with injury. Even if our bodies are fortresses, if we do not take care of our mind, if we do not look for support when we need it, for friends when we need it, for love when we need it, for comfort when we need it, for security when we need it, if we do not allow ourselves to be vulnerable when it is safe, then you keep your walls up all the time, and no one will be able to get close. No one will be able to truly put their back to yours, because there is a wall around you at all times. And you'll be in a crowd of people and you will be alone. And that is no way to live. You must take care of your mind, your heart, everything else that makes you, you. You must see to it. Even if it's something as small as having a drink that you've never treated yourself to before in a time, having something good to eat, allowing yourself to praise yourself for something that you know was a good job. Even if you'll be humble in front of your superiors, it is okay to be proud of yourself and things that you know you would not have done had you not tried.
I have a question.
Ask.
In that case, you say the walls go down. Can't people climb them?
If you take them down or leave them up.
If I were to leave them up, how are you able to tell? How are you able to tell if someone climbed them or someone helped you take them down? How do you tell?
At some point it will be very apparent. Even if you fear making yourself vulnerable, even if you are afraid of the consequences of allowing yourself to be weak, their persistence will make you wonder if you're wrong. Especially when they know everything about you that is considered bad. Everything that is considered baggage. Everything that you tell yourself that you should never be loved for. Or everything that you tell yourself that should never be anyone else's problem. And you tell it to them up front. I am fearful of this. I do not tolerate this. I cannot do this because it makes me feel weak. I cannot do this because it makes me anxious. I do not have the answers to this because I do not know. And they do not leave. They do not leave, and they stay at your side. They do not leave, and they continue to coach you, teach you, befriend you. They make you feel like less of a monster, less of a threat, less of a waste. They teach you to stop. Yes. I will tell you a personal belief of mine, Augusta, that every being is born into this world with a piece already missing. I thoroughly believe that everyone that comes here, whether they were born here or brought here against their will, always has a hole within them. And there is always somebody out there who has that part. You just have to find them. Or you're the one holding the piece.
I can definitely see how that might be hard to find, though.
Oh, yes. An entire world between you and either what is meant to be your closest friend or ally or lover. Whatever it is that completes you. An entire sea of people and enemies and friends. Who can say who has those pieces, who has those parts? Who can say who will have the perseverance to try and climb your walls? Who can say if you could pick them out from a crowd?
This is just me thinking, but for significant others, I really can't think much into it. But for some reason, I always felt like I really wanted to learn how to care for someone younger than me. I used to take care of a young woolly rhino when I was younger. And I raised it into adulthood and whatnot. I felt really like I existed for the first time.
Ah. I see.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Is it bad?
No. But it can be dangerous.
Is it worth it?
Absolutely. Without a doubt, it is. I've said it to you before, and I will say it again. I would rather lose them 1,000 times over than have never known them to protect my own heart. Because there is nothing in the world that can replicate that. Believe me, it was my greatest mistake. I tried. For 2 years of my life, I lived a lie. You have seen how I can create clones of myself. That if you put enough mana and life into an illusion that can become real. For 2 years, I lived a lie. Until enough time had passed, I realized I had made a terrible mistake. It took a lot of courage to dispel them both for good. To accept that what I had loved was gone forever. To this day, I cannot think about it without pain in my heart. But I would never give it up. Ever. If there was no risk of loss, if there was no risk of destruction, if we could not lose what is most precious, then nothing would have value, and nothing would matter. The whole reason why anything is valuable is because one day it will be gone. And it is up to you, with that knowledge in mind, to spend every day of your life remembering what you had and living as well as you can. Remembering and never forgetting.
Makes sense. I think that's the first time you've talked about a subject that actually hurt me.
It was not my intention, and I apologize.
No, I don't think apology is needed. Pain is part of knowing that you are still existing, I think.
It is true.
But that was a different kind of pain, and I think it's something I have to think about for a while.
Well, the bottom line is this, Augusta. Just as much as you have a responsibility to be strong and improve yourself, you have a responsibility to take care of yourself, body and mind. If not for you, for those you care about and must protect. It is they. If you cannot do it for yourself, you must persevere for. Trust me when I say, I died with my family a long time ago.
Part of you.
But now I have a goal. Something bigger than myself, than my happiness and my sorrows. I stand upon the greatest threat to the entire world every day of my life. And I spend every waking moment that I have making sure that all of you are prepared when it rears its face, in the hopes that you will all survive. I spend every waking moment that I have preparing you for that moment. That is what I live for now.
Which I understand that better now, and I appreciate it. That some piece of you is still here.
More so than ever before. More so than I expected.
You are still existing. Exactly. So if a piece of you died, that means a piece of you is still here, which means a piece of you will still have to work to survive, to ensure that others' survival. It means you still have to take care of yourself.
As long as I am needed at Ascension Academy, and as long as I cannot find a way home, I will remain. Whether it be
You have
Lim...
two homes. You have one wherever it takes you. You have the other one where your other piece is. Until the day you go there. You are where your hearth is, I think.
All I can say is this. I will gladly put my life on the line for any of my cadets. That is all.
I will be very pissed if something else happens to you.
Then train harder and take care of yourself, so when I make another mistake, you can catch it.
I'd rather prevent it.
Then take care of yourself. You being as strong as you are and not being able to look after yourself enough where you can look after others who are getting old and slow puts us at a disadvantage.
Is it really old and slow that slows you down? Or is it the want to go home?
Well, that home is here. This is not where I come from. Your plane, your world. It is not my home. But I've been here
What is a
long.
home to you?
It is very similar. Colors are different. The vegetation is different, the people slightly different.
That doesn't matter. It matters how it makes you feel. Do you feel the same? Do you feel warm? Do you feel like you can relax? Do you feel like you can open up to people? Is that the home? Home's where the heart is comforted. Not because it makes you familiar of where you were born. I could go back home but not feel at home. Because this is where I feel at home. I haven't been able to find my home for a fucking long time. And I think this is it. At least it is for now. Till I can't be here any longer, then I have to find a different home. And home's wherever I put...
You're right, of course.
What?
Absolutely right.
Well then, if I'm right, then why do you say different? Are you forgetful or are you testing me?
Weakness, my dear. Even I sometimes long for home. Where I came from. I have not seen it in, my God, 2,000 years, maybe more. It is but a blur to me now. But to answer your original question, when I walk into the stadium early in the morning, and I see my cadets training as instructed, I feel at home. Because I am watching them actively train to survive. Because for now, when I go into the main hall and I see all your faces looking at me and looking at the headmaster, I see corpses. When that gate opens, most of us will be corpses. And when they are laughing and joking when they should be training. Because they do too much of the fooling around rather than the training, the opposite of what we spoke about. I fear for them. But when they are given direction, they do as they should, and they improve and they show it, and I am proud. I'm watching them grow, all of them, from being defenseless and new. Watching them come to a place where they never have been before, integrating with people that they never knew of, that they were taught to hate. And even if they speak hatefully, I have watched them cross blades to keep them alive. I am proud. Then I am at home. Because the only things left in this world that I value might survive.
Well, in that case, welcome home. I'm heading to bed. Thank you for the conversation.
My pleasure, Augusta. Thank you for the drink and the talk. Welcome home. I suppose this is my home now. With all of its faults and pleasures. Its people. Welcome home. Bold words. Welcome home. You were the last person to say that to me. I suppose this really is my home after all. I miss it. I really do. Not even so much my plane. I miss my friends, my original family. But I cannot even remember them anymore. I can still remember it so well. Arabella would be painting in the backyard. Obsessed with paints, she was. Bright, beautiful pictures of landscapes and her family. And you would be singing, working in the garden. Not because you had to. Lord knows we had the money for gardeners. But you would not let anyone else touch it. Your pride and joy. I remember I'd come home. Walk all the way back from Mosled. There would always be cold wine waiting for me. And I would sit on the porch and watch Arabella paint, with you standing at my shoulder. I miss it so much. I think the cadet is right. That is a part of me I'll never get back. Even now you are my anchor, my rock. I love you both. Well done with your training today, Kadan.
Oh. Sorry, what was that?
I said well done with your training today.
Thank you.
Oh,
Back to basics. Needed that.
we can build upon it, slowly but surely. I am no expert in spearmanship, but I have fought against them.
Have you ever fought against fan blades?
No. Incinerated someone who used one once, but never fought it in melee.
That was gonna be a project that I'm working on. Making my own fan blade. My sister uses one, so I figured it might come in handy.
Well, I hope she can train you, because I don't know a single fucking thing.
Well, she's all the way back in Dewsbury, so I would have to write some letters.
Tell her to draw some pictures.
She's not quite the artist like I am.
Fair enough. Well, I must
You're gonna be.
start my long trek back to Concordia yet again. I will see you all in the morning.
Be the morning, Professor.
Good night.
Safe travels.
That's the idea.
Maybe try to get some sleep.
I will try.
Thank you.
Hopefully nobody mugs a poor old man on the road. Because I'll probably turn them to paste.
You just sending your stuff to.
Yeah, I was.
And then I'll bring it.
Spearman, I was just coming to see you. Spearman. Spearman Daru. Spearman. Spearman, I'm coming right now, Spearman. Spearman, Spearman. Spearman. Spearman, Spearman. Your immersion, it's over. Is Spear still on? Oh, I hope they are. Please still be on. We're gonna go see them. Alright guys, we're going on a raid. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. We got some training in. Made you cry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Spearman, I'm coming. Spearman, I'm coming. I'm coming. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. You all truly are the best. I hope you enjoy our boy Albrecht and the progress he is slowly making. You guys are the best. My name is Mr. Brunswick, if you don't already know. I'll be sitting right here at my computer thinking of next stream and or video for you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys too. Mwah. That's for you, chat. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I will see you all again soon. Bye, chat. Bye. Chataru. Chat. Chataru. Chat